work. We're catching more sea beasts. Well, we're gonna attempt to catch more sea beasts. Or they're gonna catch us. Wingardium Leviosa. It's pronounced Leviosa. I feel like that video, like, it's ingrained to the people that's seen it. And then everyone else is like, I don't get it. Why are you saying the Harry Potter thing? Everybody else is just, you know, they don't understand. Though I'd be surprised if that video is still around. Or at least because I think he did change it. For obvious reasons. But yes, we are going to be fishing some more. Gonna be doing some more dredging. I enjoyed it, so I figured I'd do some more. But hopefully everyone else is doing well. Hope everyone enjoys the high seas, and maybe the low seas. The mid seas. Has anyone ever called it the low seas? It doesn't sound like anybody would. Ever been to the low sea before? You mean underwater? Yeah, sure, yeah. What's so high about the sea, huh? What has it ever done? It's just a big bowl. It's just one man who's angry at the ocean. What's so high about this? But yeah. I plan on, let's see, I think we gotta squeeze by a big giant sea serpent. I plan to not get eaten. That's on my, like, top 5 to-do list. In general. Just, you know, every day-to-day life. I wake up every morning. I open a small little notebook. And number 1 every day is don't get eaten. At the end of every day, I check mark it. But one of these days, I will get eaten. One of these days. And I'll never be able to check mark it again. Is there, like, I guess that is the thing, too. 'Cause, well, I don't know. Wingardium Leviosa, I imagine, would be in Hogwarts Legacy. Is that... Am I getting, like, subliminal messages? The game that everybody was getting banned for. Well, I guess they didn't get banned. They just got horrifically harassed if they played it. They might as well have been banned, because apparently if you were a halfway, like, I don't know, I don't think every streamer got harassed, but I know there was one where just the mere mentioning of playing Hogwarts Legacy, she got basically yelled at on Twitter, and she was like, I'm out, like, I'm done with Twitch. Which is a crazy thing. Like, obviously, you know, you gotta support what you believe in and all that fun stuff, but to downright harass someone out of, I guess, their work. Luckily, I think she did mention that she was gonna stop doing Twitch anyway, but it was one of those things where it was like it was that like pushing thing that was like, well, now it looks like a good time. But we don't have to worry about that for me, because I think I've made it pretty clear that like open world games are pretty gross to play on Twitch. Like doing 100+ streams of Skyrim is pretty rough. You know, hang on, I got a 100% Fallout New Vegas. This is like just you streaming the same game over and over. There's certain ways that feels like you would have to do it, but doing like very massive open world games, you can't 100% that. You just can't. You're gonna look like a crazy person when you upload your 700th video and you're just walking through the snow, because that's all it is in Skyrim is snow. That's why you just gotta do 100+ streams of Persona 3 Reload. Yeah, well, that was kind of the thing, like, because I think, like, I wouldn't mind playing it personally. Like, perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I've never played a Persona game. I think I've seen it. But yeah, to just be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna beat Persona 3. It's like, I bet that would take me a lot of time. Like, way too much time. I would no longer be a variety streamer. I would be the Persona 3 guy. And then I'd be obligated to play more. Like, well, I gotta do 4. Those JRPGs will eat up as much time as open world games, but at least they're linear. That's true. They're a lot more linear, but I feel like they get you in, like, level grinding, because I remember that being a huge thing. I haven't played a JRPG in what feels like forever, but if you don't do everything, like, oh, I didn't do every side quest, or I didn't, you know, whatever, there will come a time where you have to grind. And you have to, you know, I'm fighting the big boss. He's like a level 1000 and I'm a level 80. You should just look up Persona 3 Reload all out attacks. Kind of gives the style of the game to see if you might like it. I mean, I think I have seen the original. And like, I'm not against it. I imagine, yeah, Persona 3, the remake, would be, would definitely be even better, I would hope. With all new technology. I don't think I would hate it. I think it would take a lot for me to be like, ugh, this game is gross. It's just, to play it on stream would be quite the choice. To cement myself. It's like, I think you were the one that mentioned it, of like, you should play The Witcher, and it's like, I feel like I would have to do, like, just the story, and like, just blast through it. Or maybe, like, heavily mod it, and just do, like, a goofy, like, one-time thing. It's like Henry Cavill, Geralt, everybody looks ridiculous, and then I just act like it's a normal game. The original is good, but I'd say this is one of those remasters or remakes that's worth being remade. The OG is from 2006 on PS2. This has them PS5 graphics now. I mean, yeah. Well, there's a couple games that, like, you would die for a remake. Like, I know there's been rumors of Fallout 3 and of Oblivion getting remade or remastered, because I know that's a term that gets very loosely used. But yeah, not like how The Last of Us 2 is getting a remade edition apparently, which makes me laugh so hard. Yeah, like the game hasn't even been out for like a couple years or whatever, you know, like I feel like it needs at least The Last of Us 2 feels like it did not come out. Let's just see. The release date, because I want to get it right, came out 2020. So 4 years. Give it at least like 10. I don't know, like something. Like, and the fact that, yeah, they're like, okay, we need to remaster this. They remastered the first one like what, like 3 times because they remastered it, then they re-released it on the PC. Any game that was released on PS5 is not in need of a remake, and I'm pretty sure The Last of Us 2 has a PS5 edition. Does it? Yeah, I guess it would. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it came out on. Or no, isn't that the whole reason that they are remaking it? Is that they're like, this is the PS5 edition. I can't remember anymore. I haven't touched a console since 1822. No, yeah, I guess it did come out on the PS5. What was I thinking of? Maybe it was The Last of Us 1. Maybe I'm thinking of PS4 Pro. Maybe that's what I was thinking of too. I don't know. It says it came out on PS5. What the heck did I play it on? I never did finish that game though. I did the thing that everybody else did where I played it and then I got to that point and I was like, man, this just sucks. And they're doing the season 2 for the TV show too. Season 2 is doing The Last of Us Part 2. So I'm definitely curious if they're going to cement that same style or if they're going to fix it and like make it more tolerable. The Last of Us 1 still looks good, but at least that one makes some sense to be remade. I finished the game and I wish I didn't finish it. I wish someone would strike it out of my memory. I basically, yeah, like I hit the point where I think you play as Abby and I was like, I just can't. Like, I just like, it was one of those where like, I just sat and stared at it and I was just like, this is so poorly put together as a story. And it doesn't feel like The Last of Us. It didn't feel good. Like, the first one felt good. It felt like you were forming something, but The Last of Us 2 felt like you were breaking everything apart. And the game is already an apocalypse, and it's like, you don't need more of that to be split. You don't need that to tear apart. You need something to give you hope. To put it together, not like, well, everything sucks, the end. Like, what the heck am I doing? Honestly, my biggest problem with it is how depressing the story is. That's just no high notes. Yeah, it's all depression and sadness. I'm fine with that being in a game if it's balanced by high moments. Exactly, yeah, like, the first one had that where, like, it hit you hard with the depression. It gave you the big depressed. It gave you the big sad in the beginning. And then it goes, okay, here we go. And then it feels like it's building it all up again. And you're feeling good, and you're achieving things, and you're making a relationship. And then, you know, you get your shocking twists and turns, but then, like, overall, you felt good. The second game was like somebody just went and then just flipped you off, double bird style. But the storytelling was badly written, and I'm pretty sure the writers also had a hard on for making Ellie's life as miserable as possible. Yes, we love your misery. The first one had some hopeful moments and nice, delicate moments with Ellie. Yeah, like, I think it's fair to say I can talk about the first one. I'll try to avoid being very spoilery with the sequel, even though I think I should also be able to spoil it, but, you know, just in case. The second game feels like you're pushing your testicles against a hot stove. That is a descriptive. Right on time, sir. I just got home from work. How are you? I'm doing well. I hope you're all doing well. But yeah, the first Last of Us, I will say, I will do some spoilers. I guess I will do some spoiler warnings for the first Last of Us. I feel like I don't have to. It's a freaking old game. Compared to the sequel that apparently is getting 12 remasters. But yeah, like when Joel gets, like, he falls on the rebar, and then there's the part where, like, Ellie's getting kidnapped. Like, there are high tense moments. The first and Last of Us. That's a prequel. You came in at an awkward moment of the conversation. Yeah, especially with the whole brushing your testicles against a hot stove for the second game. Definitely a very descriptive term. But yeah, like, the first one had high notes that you were building, but it had those shocking, like, gasp moments of, like, is Joel gonna make it? Is Ellie gonna make... The sequel is just a big, like... and then they just kind of fumble, and, you know, it's like somebody holding a bunch of oranges or apples, and, like, one falls and then they all go blah, 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 blah. It was the most best way of describing the torture of playing that game. I remember I saw the Rat King fight, and it looked atrocious. Not doing a huge spoiler for the second one, but there is a boss fight called the Rat King. Not going to describe what it entails. You know, use your imagination. And it looked... yeah, that fight was stupid. It was the worst thing in the world that I've ever witnessed in The Last of Us, because it's just like, it didn't feel like The Last of Us anymore. It felt like they were trying to... It felt like it should have been in, like, a Call of Duty or something. Like, that's when you should have got your minigun or, like, some big gun, and, you know, you're, like, blasting away, but you didn't have that. Instead, you had your single shot silenced pistol and maybe a sawed off, and you're over here just going beep, beep, beep. And it looked dumb. It looked poorly done, and I was not a fan of it. I never reached that point, and I thank God that I didn't. It was one of the only games where as soon as I finished it, I drove to GameStop that evening and sold it, because I knew I was never gonna want to play it again. They tore down the character developments for so many people. Hey, Joel. That is true. I don't know why that emote is named Joel, but I'm surprised it just put it in anyway. Joel acts like an idiot and gives away who he is. Tommy is all for revenge, and when in the first game, he wanted to avoid conflict. Yeah, I mean, everything about the characters were wrong. They just didn't feel like they made sense. There is a video that I still, to this day, say explains The Last of Us 2 in probably the most ridiculous yet elegant way, and it's a nakey jakey video. I forget what exactly it's called, but I guess for the sake of me actually, because, like, I could go on, like, a whole tirade about it. I just like on how every time you type in Joel, it turns into a fish. What the heck is the name of the video? I think it's, yeah, Naughty Dog's game design is outdated. Obviously it talks about other subjects, but he does talk about basically the whole situation of The Last of Us 2 just not making any sense. And one of the parts is and Ellie wants to murder someone the entire game and then doesn't. She remembered Joel playing a guitar. Like, what? Yeah, that's basically what he talks about. So, and he puts it in, again, a very comedic way. It's basically a video essay where you go through the whole game and you kill hundreds of people. This is no surprise to people that play The Last of Us, even the first one. Ellie in the second one kills hundreds of people. But the end of the game, she goes, no, I remember. I shouldn't be doing this. And it's just like, it's a little late for redemption. You've mass murdered half of the population. Why is Ellie remembering guitar playing? Because it's a heartfelt moment that you should feel for. It's written gross. I'm also laughing that I see a spinning fish. That's because when you type in Joel, apparently, it just turns into a spinning fish. Because he's named Joel. He's Joel. I thought you had to do like the hang on, I'm just gonna type it. Like one of those. Oh, I don't even think it'll let me. I thought you had to do one of those to make it work, but no, apparently you just have to type in Joel. Yeah, she's a 17-year-old girl or something that kills like 100+ grown men who had children and families probably, but doesn't kill the one person she was after because country roads take me home. Yeah, like, and that was the thing that he makes fun of, is like, none of this makes any sense. Like, maybe if it pulled like a Metal Gear Solid, which he does mention, who's it, Pain, not Pain, is it Pain? Sorrow, the Sorrow. I don't know why I like forgot all of them, but if it did like a Sorrow thing where it's like, well, if you avoided combat, maybe the fight got easier, or it like felt like, oh, like you actually were trying to redeem yourself or something. But the fact that it's just like, it happens the same way. This is a predetermined outcome. But it doesn't treat it like it because you're killing people along the way. Country roads, take me, Joel. Take me, Joel. It's really bad writing, but if they make a third game, I'm not gonna buy it. Just like how I won't be buying Elder Scrolls 6, probably. I mean, and I've said this before, and I think everybody has in some way, shape, or form, but don't pre-order games anymore. Like, just don't do it. It's just not safe anymore. You gotta be safe out there. It's just easier to just wait till the game releases, see some gameplay, maybe watch a review or two, and make your own judgment, rather than going, this game looks cool, you know, I like the Elder Scrolls, why wouldn't I like the next one? Well, they made Starfield, and it's not so good. Now, you might enjoy Starfield, but you can't deny it's not as good as their other products. Country roads, give me Joel, and a place to be warm. Ah, the new hit song. It's not even worth the pre-order bonuses because I've yet to see any game with a worthwhile pre-order bonus. That's true too. That used to be one of the huge things in gaming. It's like, if you pre-order now, you'll get the like physical gobbledygoo, you know? You get the weird funny thing, and you're like, whoa, I'll get the weird funny thing if I buy this game and spend an extra, like, what, like $10? Now it's like, well, you have to spend like $200 and you'll get 5 days early access and disappointment and maybe some mild depression. I think From Software is the only company I think I'd trust enough to pre-order from still. Well, them and Atlas. Yeah, I was about to say, you were toting Persona. You gotta live by those words. Unfortunately, I still pre-order From Software RPGs because I trust them and I want their cool bonus shit. I will say that is true. Like, From Software, and that's the reason why I don't play a lot of From Software stuff, because it feels kind of not like repetitive, but it feels very like they're very much samey. But if you like, you know, I don't like Dark Souls as probably as much as the guy who likes Dark Souls. But if you really like Dark Souls, you're probably gonna like Dark Souls 2. That kind of thing. Like, it makes sense in some environment, but like, I know Cyberpunk was a big one. Or just companies that are trying to always do new things, like Bethesda, where it's like, you don't know what the next game's gonna be. It could be the new Elder Scrolls, could be the freaking Dovahkiin gets a Glock and he goes riding on his Chevy, like, whatever, and like, who knows what could be in that one. Because eventually they're gonna run out of ideas, and they're like, well, what if we made like some crazy Dwemer tech, and like that was the whole story. Yeah, but people trusted CD Projekt Red, and they had Cyberpunk at release day. I will say, yes, I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. I was one of those people, but I pre-ordered on PC, and I didn't get burned as bad. Would I say it was worth it? I mean, yeah, I guess. But then again, I did it on PC, and I didn't get burned as bad. And then they improved it, so it was like, oh, it felt like I played early access is what I did. But the fact that it wasn't called early access was the thing that sucked the most. I'd agree, they found a formula that works for a large percentage of their audience, and they're running with it. For me, at least, they're keeping it fresh. True, yeah, like Sekiro, like, there are some variations with From Software games. Which is why I said, like, if you enjoy those games, From Software is probably the safer bet. Whereas, yeah, I played 1, and then I played Sekiro, and I was like, man, I really just want this to be a Tenchu game. To be fair, I think it was like in the 5% camp of not really being bothered by Cyberpunk. I liked it. I mean, yeah. I'd say the game is worth it now. I don't think it was worth 60 on release, even on PC. True, true. It did feel very early access-y. The Dovahkiin gets his Dwemer-constructed Chevy Impala and hunts Daedric abominations across Tamriel with Meru's Dagon. Carry on, my dragon son. It would not surprise me, because, like, they did it in Starfield, right? Like, I played Starfield for like 10 minutes, and then my computer lit up like a Christmas tree. But like, in Starfield, you basically get Dovahkiin powers that stops gravity and like slows down time or something like that. So like, you know for a fact that the next game they're gonna be like, you're playing the guy who has superpower. Like, you're not gonna ever go back to Oblivion where you're just the schmuck. Oh god, I missed the Tenchu series. I'm sorry to have made you relive this. I also knew CD Projekt Red wouldn't let the game sit and make the fixes. Look at Witcher 3 in them. Yeah, true. Like, The Witcher 3, I think it came out in a terrible state, and yeah, they stuck with it. That's probably another thing. Like, when you know a company has integrity, but like Bethesda doesn't touch their games. Once they release it, they're like, sucks to be you, idiot. And then they're just like, you know, aha, we have your money, and then they just run off like a little goblin. We need more games in the stealth genre like Dishonored. True. Where's more Dishonored? Well, heck, even them. Arcane Studio, they made Redfall, and then it turned into a hot mess. Now, admittedly, I think they are updating it, but like, even Arcane Studios, like, I thought they were like one of the good guys, and then they were like, and they just gave up. Who knows? Maybe Redfall will get better, but, or maybe Bethesda has more of their fingers in Redfall than Arcane, but yeah. I got so miserably bored in Starfield. Glad I tried it on Game Pass. I bought it on PC, and yeah, I was like, my PC can handle like Cyberpunk on Ultra. I was like, you know, maybe I'll have to turn it down. And then every time I would pull out my gun, the game would pause for like 5 seconds. So it was like it was the slowest experience of my life. I never got to anything amazing. I landed on the... I guess I like finished the prologue, I guess is what I did. The like, you're the guy, go to this place and meet with Constellation. Like, I did that, and then I was like, I can't keep playing this. Bugthesda. Good old Bugthesda. I had no doubts they were going to fix Cyberpunk, but the problem is the consumers accepting that game are just going to be bad on release. People don't sell refrigerators and fix them 1 year later. True, yeah. You can't, like, support that kind of mentality. Unless, of course, it is early access, because then you kind of know what you're getting into. If it says early access and it sucks, then at least you're like, oh, well, it's early access, and hopefully they'll fix it. Now, if they don't, then you should blacklist that company forever. Here our pile of streaming shit. Fix it, modding community. That's pretty much it. Like, I even tried using the, what is it? The whole, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was supposed to be like, DXL or something like that. I can't even remember. And it was supposed to fix it, and it did not. Not for me, anyway. My computer just couldn't handle that unoptimized brick. I'm hoping Redfall was just a flop because that's the first bad arcane game I know. True. Like, maybe it's just like a bad one. I don't deny that's the problem. Then Cyberpunk also got death threats. There's a lot to it. True. True. Yeah, because they had like they were fighting like stockholders that were like, you need to release this yesterday, and they're like, it's not done. Like, Arcane have a big decent track record. Wasn't that big of a big fan of Deathloop. Oh yeah, I guess they did do Deathloop. I never played it. I have no say. I guess it, I think I remember seeing it. It looked okay, but obviously not like the perfect thing. I support early access from my 300 hours of Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, yeah, like if it's early access and you're like, okay, I know what I'm getting into. That's, you know, that's fair. But then it's like if Larian Studios was like, haha, we're not gonna update it, then yeah, like they would have been hated above all and they would have never been able to sell a game again. But obviously they didn't do that. They made a good game and it took them forever, but much like what Cyberpunk did, they should have took their time and, you know, actually made a good, you know. But it sounds like they were suffering from stockholders and like Sony was like, make it on the PS4. And they were like, we can't. There's no way this hunk of junk can take it. I think I also safely pre-order any Larian Studios game now. True. Wouldn't have blown up as much as it did if it weren't for mods. I don't know, Skyrim was okay when it first came out. I think it was still horribly optimized, but I think it was in that early stage of gaming. Because mind you, it came out in 2011 and got remade 20 times. But I think that's why people kept rebuying it, was because of modding. Like, they kept, like, gobbling it up because they were just like, well, I can play it on the PS12 now, and Bethesda's like, yes, money. Early access is the reason I've been able to put 200 hours into Valheim, so I'm not against it by any means. Exactly, yeah. If you know the company is gonna support it, early access is okay because you're basically getting the label, the game isn't done, we're still working on it. Cyberpunk needed that label But for obvious reasons, I don't think they had the means of being able to actually give it. The mods are what made Skyrim good and still the only reason to play it. Larian seems like a safe bet now too. Divinity 1 and 2 and Baldur's Gate are all excellent entries. True. Though I haven't played the first one. I feel like playing the first one is really hard after playing the sequel. So you're just like, like you're just really forcing yourself. It's like playing Morrowind after playing Skyrim. It's like you can get some enjoyment out of it, but like to beat it feels like a chore sometimes. I can tell you I've seen some crazy stuff on early access in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm glad I did so much early access because I've seen how far the game has come. Oh yeah, I remember when I first played Baldur's Gate on the early access version, the game had no textured fire from the dragon. So it looked like it was just shooting orange Fanta from its mouth. It was good, but the mods kept it from dying out. Instead, we got Elder Scrolls Dragonborn. True. Bit rusty for me because the sequel is better in every way to me. Exactly, yeah, like when there's a sequel, it's really hard to like, I'm gonna go back. And it's like, oh man. It's hard to go backwards. I think the only games I feel like you can do that with is maybe like Dishonored because not a whole lot changed, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played this sequel. I remember the first one more than I remember the second one. Baldur's Gate 3 is at least different enough from Divinity 2 that allows me to enjoy both equally. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 feels like it feels like the pinnacle. But at least Divinity 2 still has its own like separate thing. 2 is a huge improvement. I hit them in order fairly close to release, so I just got to enjoy the improvements. The smart way to do it. I can go backwards on every From Software game. Dishonored 1 is as good, if not better, than its sequels. The only From Software game that I beat, I think, was Dark Souls 3, so I never even played the first two. I think I played the first two, but I never beat them. At the time, I think I was just so like, I can't remember when they first came out. Like, I know I was definitely hooked on like a Skyrim thing there for a while, and like, I feel like one of the Dark Souls had to have come out around there, which obviously would have ate up a lot of my time. To both statements. But yeah, From Software, I've definitely never seen one that's like, even me looking at it as somebody who doesn't thoroughly enjoy them. I can look at them and go like, okay, like these are solid games. I'd say skip Dark Souls 2 unless you just want more Dark Souls. It's the weakest by far. It's not a bad game compared to its others. Probably enjoy Bloodborne also based on what I've heard of your taste so far. That's true. Technically, I have played Bloodborne. I don't know why I forgot that one. I think I beat Bloodborne. I think. It's so hard to remember. My brain. Bloodborne is impossibly hard for me. I can't adapt to the faster combat. See, the way that I play it is like a psychopath. Like, and that's how I play Dark Souls as well, I think. Like, I never dodged or parried. I just attack until it die first. Because if it die first, me don't get hit. I'm a patient person in Souls game, and Bloodborne wants you to fight like a rabid animal. Exactly. If it die first, me no die. I felt that way initially, bounced off at once, then quickly became my favorite. It has a very good theme. I do remember Bloodborne catching my interest pretty heavily. But by no means would I say that I was good at the game. But I think I was able to throw spaghetti at the wall with that a little easier than Dark Souls, where it's like, parry, dodge, roll, shield, and I'm just like, no, just let me kill you. As I've seen the dreaded Ornstein and Smo, where it's just like, I couldn't even imagine trying to do that boss fight. I feel like that's when I put the controller down and I'm like, I've played enough. Classic Monster Hunter 2, don't get hit it until it dies. I've played Monster Hunter. Yeah. I do enjoy me some monster hunting. The Monster Hunter world feels like baby mode, to the point where I can just play it like a psychopath. Dredge is a really fun game. Dredge is a fun game. I should really start it up while still reading chat, or else Twitch is gonna yell at me. Which maybe we'll do that now. Ain't no trouble with loading up a game while... Someday we'll do just a chatting stream. But not today. We gotta squeeze in some Dredge. Monster Hunter fan? I love everything about Bloodborne, it's just too hard for me. I would definitely say that, yeah, the problem is that it's so different, like, even from Dark Souls 3, from what I remember, like, again, like what you said, the game encourages you to fight like a psycho, and because you recover health upon attack when you get hit, so it's just like, there's no reason for you to not attack, like, you don't need to heal, just attack faster. Ornstein and Smo ain't that bad when you know what you're doing. It's just a bit of a difficulty curve and a noob stomper, which I am. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I love Bloodborne. I think it's a great game. It is a great game. I love the themes of it. I just don't know why I didn't remember playing it. I think the problem is that it's just... When I think From Software, I'm just like, Dark Souls? Like most people. Okay, we gotta go through these funny tunnels. And there's a big old eel inside them. I did buy the better engine. I've done some things off stream. But I do have to swerve around these eels. I think there's only one. You can beat the blood-starved beast in like 35 seconds. I don't think I was ever that good. When I say that I played Bloodborne, I'm not saying I was good at it. But I think I was better at it than I was Dark Souls. I have a Dark Souls playthrough on the YouTube channel where I made a guy that looked like a shriveled up jalapeno. What the heck is this? Oh, I think this is the... I think this is the crest. I didn't even have to avoid it. I'm really bad at dredging, which is ironic. Hey, we did it. I didn't even have to bump into the eel. Later, nerd. Unless you bump into me, in which case... That was close. Where the heck is the eel? I know it swims these waters. I know I'm in its lair. That was actually super easy. I thought it was going to be a little bit more awkwardly hard. I thought the eel would, like, cut me off. But I just went in there and didn't even know what was happening. And then there's Armored Core and Kingsfield from Soft's Forgotten Children. Didn't they make a new Armored Core? So, you know, they're trying to bring it back, but I've never played Armored Core or Kingsfield that I know of. The funniest thing to me when we got all those new articles saying Dark Souls 3 is the final Souls game and then Elden Ring came out. That's true, yeah. Which I do hear that people have said to me where it's like, oh, you'll love Elden Ring. You just have to play it this way, and it's like, I just don't. They just call S's flasks of crimson tears, and bonfires are sights of grace. Wow, copy my homework, but just changed it a little bit. They are clearly just wanted to make another Dark Souls without being bound to the setting anymore. True. Oddly enough, Elden Ring takes a lot after Dark Souls 2, I think, in terms of mechanics and even open world. That I don't know. 'Cause I've never played either. Is this your funny rock? Actually, it's made of bone, I think. Is this your funny bone? Get it? Awkward thumbs up. Elden Ring is much easier than the other Souls game, in my opinion. I would not know. The only thing that I think I've seen that's annoying with Elden Ring is that you have to, like, you have to play it a specific way. Like, you have to go in certain directions, or else you'll just be like, hey, look at this guy, and then he, like, bonks you on your nose and your head explodes. Dark Souls 2 would have been good if adaptability didn't exist as a stat. And if enemy placement and hitboxes were changed. That always sucks. You found it! I never thought I'd see this beauty again. But now I have a further favor to ask. Would you take this to my brother at Ingfell? Tell him his brother is sorry and would like to come home. No. Just keep it. It's mine. Mine. From the perspective that it's much more approachable, you can get stuck and just go elsewhere, get a little bit stronger. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's it. Because I remember hearing something about how, like, the difficulty isn't really said, and so you can kind of just go off in different directions, and maybe that's it, though, where it's like, oh, this place is hard, I'm just gonna go that way. Elden Ring's greatest improvement is hit detection, which is always nice. There's hardly any moments I got hit where it didn't look like it. Dark Souls 2 constantly made me ask, how the fuck did that hit me? Just like, just what the heck happened? I believe this crest is yours. Gods, I haven't seen this since, like 2 days ago. So he did take it, I knew it. He's in real trouble over there, just like I point, and you can just see him, like, on the dock. The brother needs to move back here. These both feel the same, but I feel like if I say he's sorry, maybe it'll get, like, some sympathy points. I bet he is. Maybe I can clear the... Okay, fine. He can stay in my old workshop, at least for the time being, but I'll need some time to clear it out. While I'm doing that, perhaps you can do something for me. See, I've been trying to clear some debris in the pathways for the cliffs to make a shortcut with explosives. I love blowing stuff up. I was able to set a charge, but the cliffs seemed particularly unsteady that day, so I didn't risk detonating it. So I'm gonna give you this single match. Just kind of flick it in there and just, you know, just get it, just kind of like... You just need to get in there and set it off. It's not far in. I left some yellow flags nearby. You can't miss it. Oh, the thing with teeth. Where did you say the explosives were? I literally just told you they were in through the rock arch to the southeast. Follow the channel and you'll see the yellow flags. Sounds good. It is getting late though. I'll tell you what though, recently you got me hooked playing Dragon's Dogma. Watching you playing it, went and got it again to play. It's a good game, highly recommend it. Super fun. The only reason why I'm not streaming it a whole lot anymore is the fact that I could play it more on hard mode, but it, like, I would have to grind, and, like, then it wouldn't be a challenge, because if I'm just grinding for 4 days straight, and I'm, like, over-leveled, then it's like, 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 it's no longer hard mode, I'm just grinding off stream. But I did enjoy it, and I do enjoy it, and I'm glad other people kind of, they're prepping for Dragon's Dogma 2. Your character takes 4 seconds to admire the beauty of his Estus flask. You can up your stat to drink it faster. Picked up and dusted off an old character, having a blast. Got me playing it, and I even learned some more about its vocation systems. I haven't done anything in terms of learning. In terms of Dragon's Dogma, I play it the same way I play Bloodborne. I just throw myself at the wall. I don't know that if you augment on one vocation, you keep the augment in the next vocation, so you can beef up your health and stuff. You can just become a mighty paladin. I hope I don't find that giant noodle. Noodle! Danger noodle! See danger noodle! I'm being chased by the one-eyed eagle. I'm gonna give him the old slip. Ugh. Flee! Is he still following me? No. I think I've survived. I almost crashed into that rock. Why is it getting red again? While loose debris in the gaps between the rocks, you can see what are appearing to be large white teeth. There's a long fuse trailing out from the side. Must be the location of the whaler, once cleared for a shortcut. Light the fuse. You light the fuse. Oh my god, the front half of my ship exploded! My problem is that adaptability shouldn't exist as a stat. Increasing a stat so you have functioning hitboxes and healing time is so dumb. Yeah, that does sound kind of goofy. Like, it either should be a feature or not. Like, Monster Hunter has it so that, oh, the older ones, you can't move while drinking a potion, so it just, you know, you're just standing around like an idiot. But that's the part of the game, and you have to, like, function around it. My buddy from work and I are thinking Dragon's Dogma 2 will be a great opportunity to make the jump from just doing video podcasts to streaming too. Really looking forward to it. Oh, for sure, yeah. I think for Dragon's Dogma 2, I'll probably do something similar where I'll play like a handful of it, but I don't know if I want to just like complete the game. Open world big games like that, they take so long. But it's good to kind of like stick with one big game to stream sometimes, you know, because you know what you're doing and, you know, you can just stick with it. My least favorite From Software is Sekiro and then Dark Souls 2. I have the same issue with hitboxes and adaptability. You light the fuse, you are dead. That's what it felt like. It's friggin' exploded at like point blank. This doesn't feel safe. Hey, can you light this fuse? He never told me to back up. It's exactly how Dark Souls 1 was. When you healed, you were stationary. Yeah, which is like, if it's a feature, then that's okay. Like, if they want me to stay stationary and, like, you know, die, I should work around that. Because that's, you know, that's how the game is built. Like Monster Hunter. But not in Monster Hunter World, because everybody went, wah. I think Monster Hunter World is definitely better for, if you're not accustomed to Monster Hunter. It's a good entry point. As much as I joke about, you know, as much as I joke that it's baby, it's definitely more noob friendly, I guess, you know. It's a good entry point. I about ran into that. Can't wait to see you lose your mind and see sea creatures come after you. The first time, a shark almost ate me. A ghost shark. I don't know if it actually could bite me, but I didn't want to test it. So I docked. Because I was like parked right here. I basically was like, I was undocked right here and it was just coming right at me. You should play the Silent Hill 2 remake whenever that comes out. That would be something I'd be willing to do. Because Silent Hill, you know, a little shorter. I'd be willing to do that. Not as open Should have called Danny Phantom. I should have. Danny, save me! Hark! Hark, Danny Phantom! You've done it. We heard the blast from here. God's the echo. I'm surprised the cliffs didn't come down on your head. Oh, so that's why you sent me. You wanted me to die. I should kill you. I've got things ready here. Go and tell my brother that he can come home. Now I gotta putt over there. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Why aren't there a Ghostbusters situation? I mean, Eldritch beings are just, you know, ghosts, Eldritch being. They're very close. You know, surely there'd be like a crossover, an overlap. I don't know of any like ghost hunting Lovecraftian thing. Usually you always just stumble upon it. I'm pretty sure Silent Hill 2 is like a 15-hour game if you know where to go and solve all the puzzles. Yeah, but that's what you're here for. If I get stuck at a puzzle, I can just yell really loud and be like, help, help. Your brother forgives you. He's found you a place to stay. I obviously would want to give it a shot myself first, but if I'm like, man, this is really annoying, it's always nice that I can just tap out and be like, help me. He does? That's a huge weight off my chest. And I have a lot of them. I'm packing so many weights under here. One so old I can hardly remember it was there. Right, well, I'm packed and ready to go. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just had to, like, stuff him sideways. You know, he fits in the cargo nice. The hermit climbs aboard with all his belongings. We can just putter on over. I was about to rest, but I was, you know, a hop, skip, and a jump. We don't need to rest. You think I'm some sort of sea baby? I couldn't get into Silent Hill. I tried, but I always had issues controlling the character. It was like moving a tank and the camera angle. Oh yeah, like the original Resident Evils and all that. I think that was like, I think that was the point. I forget reading it somewhere, but like apparently that was how they wanted the game to be built. Was difficult to control. That way it added tension because like you couldn't move right. I guess by their definition they are unknowable, so it'd probably be hard to know what to do about them, hence busting them isn't very feasible. I guess that's true. It is a bit of an oxymoron. And then busting wouldn't make you feel good anymore. Well, actually, it'd probably make you feel better, because you're like, I didn't know what I did, but then I freaking killed it. I killed that ghost. I punched him with, like, iron brass knuckles. Well, here we are. The hermit notices the old whaler standing on the dock, waiting for him. Little brother, you're home. I'm so sorry. I was so foolish. We both were. Come on inside. Let me get your bags. The two brothers walk away down the dock. One of them pauses for a moment and turns back to you. Oh, stranger, you can find any more debris they need cleared. I'm working on making some more packed explosives. Come by the old whaling yards anytime. I'll sell you dynamite so much. Like, there'll be so much dynamite. Do I have stuff to store? No, I have stuff to sell. Tank controls are a problem with a lot of old games like Tomb Raider. True. It's a classic thing. I don't know, just out of sriracha on this rubber duck and then it exploded. I just threw this weird funny doll at it and then it just died. And I don't know why, but yeah, it worked. I mean, what if an Eldritch God was so easy to just deny? You're just like, well, I squeaked this rubber duck and it didn't know what it was, and then it freaked out. Like, it got freaked out about it. Which kind of worries me now about the duck. But... Surely they can't know everything, right? They can't know what rubber ducks do. It sneezed, and I didn't say bless you, and then he melted. Exactly, yeah. Like, I accidentally, like, stumbled upon some weird ancient ritual. Turns out, if you, like, hop on one leg and, like, rub your... You pat your head and rub your belly while hopping on one leg, Cthulhu just dies. I could... buy this refined metal and upgrade my hull, which I think I'm gonna do because I freaking hate how small this is. Hey, she sells packed explosives too now. What the heck? She stole that from the other guy. What's up with that? And now I can upgrade the boat. No, I can't. Because I'm poor. But at least I have the stuff ready. What the heck else am I doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Rotten conger eel, which only comes out at night in the cliffs, which sucks, and catch rare fish. I don't think I've caught a single rare fish. So yeah, I'm doing great. Oh yeah, I need I need the explosives to get the relic. I completely, like, just totally forgot about that. I was like, why am I even here? What am I even doing here? I got the sea madness. I got a funny fish. Bony wreckfish. I don't have a lot of room to put fish in, so we're going back. It shows crunchy peanut butter instead of smooth at Walgreens, and it cried and ran away. I put milk in my cereal bowl and then cereal, and it, like, it just didn't want to bother with me anymore. It didn't die, it just got tired. It just left. Would that concern me more? Like, if I met Cthulhu and they're like, oh, you'll go insane, but instead he's like, I don't wanna bother with this one. like, am I disappointed? Am I happy? Like, like, well, I didn't go mad, but I feel shame, and I don't know why. He just got tired of my, what the heck was that? Oh, is that... the rubber duck! I could catch a few of these. Maybe we can't kill them, we can just become so unlikable that they can't stand to be around us. That has to be a thing, because, like, I mean, come on, like, if you're an eldritch god, or any god for that matter, you know, we don't have to be just Lovecraftian nuts here, but, like, if you were a godlike being and some schmuck's like, hey, you, after a while, you're just like, I don't, like, what do you want, man? Like, what? Like, what? Like, I gotta start heading home from work. It was a pleasure talking to you all, though. Yeah, absolutely. I will be here till 8, as per usual. Maybe a little later, maybe a little sooner. Have a safe trip home. Pleasure chatting. Absolutely. It's, hope you do well after work. Hope everything goes smoothly. You enjoy the rest of your day. It's always a fun time chatting with everybody. whenever they can squeeze it in. Hey, that fish just left. Just got tired and left. I need money. I'm freaking. Oops. I'm trying to like look at 2 different things at once. I'm freaking broke. I'm so poor. Turns out being a fisherman, not, you know, not a lot going on for you. But I haven't gone mad yet. Are you doing a 24-hour live stream though? Man, a 24-hour live stream. When will I do a 24-hour live stream? I bet there would be something that could cause me to do it. Some sort of like huge subathon thing. But it's always rough for like a little channel. Nuts. I don't think I can... Can I catch more than 1? I don't think so. I can catch 2. Good enough. I still need to beat this game. I mean, yeah. I still have... I haven't gotten that very far. I haven't... I'm still a baby dredger. Elden Ring. Elden Ring probably would be a good, like, 24-hour streamable game. If my PC... To be fair, I don't own Elden Ring, so first I'd have to see if my PC could play it, because admittedly, big open world games, I'd like to think it's pretty well optimized, and if I can play Cyberpunk, I'd like to think I could easily do Elden Ring. But first I'd have to buy Elden Ring. And I don't know how much it costs on Steam at the moment. My light seems to have gone out. It's almost like the ocean doesn't want me here anymore. I'm so poor the Loch Ness Monster keeps tricking me into giving it about Tree Fitty. The Bee Dragon's Dogma. I think you meant then beat Dragon's Dogma. I wouldn't mind beating Dragon's Dogma, but it's a freaking long game. I know there's like a speed run mode of it, but I'm on hard mode already, so I'd have to like, I'd either have to tone down the difficulty and like blast through the main story. For a 24-hour game. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to do for 24 hours, but I don't think I would get anywhere. I feel like Elden Ring, people would just laugh at me dying a lot. I feel like that's what everybody would be there for. The new Dragon's Dogma, I'm assuming. I definitely plan on giving it a go. 100%. The birds! They come for my fish! They want my fish! You can't have it. It's mine! The sea madness. Okay, now I can afford that upgrade. Give me a bigger hole. Additional slots. How many additional slots? I know it's bigger, but I don't know how much bigger. Like, I'm thinking like three squares, because it used to be a double. 3. I'm seeing at least 3. Who knows? But I have more space. And I need dynamite. 36. Sure. And now I can get that relic. I can get that relic after just blowing up rocks. This is what I've been waiting. Well, let's fish before we blow up rocks. This is what I've been waiting for. Explosions. I'm on the seas. I've gone mad. It is this spot, isn't it? Something slithers into your cargo. You infested my fish. A pile of loose debris could be cleared to make a shortcut. Well, it's not much of a shortcut. Set the cargo. You set the charge and light the fuse. The debris crumbles away. I need to dredge this. God dang it. Turns out I don't know how to dredge, even though I'm called the Dredger. Sounds like a freaking monster truck. Like, name. The Dredger. I have a music box. Might as well take this. Because it sounds like I'm going back. Going back home to Greater Marrow. Which isn't really home, because I live on a boat. But, you know, you get what I'm... This is where we started. Michael Bay... The moment I look away, there's always something. Michael Bay... Michael Bay could direct Dredge, the movie. We're already getting an Iron Lung movie. Why not Dredge? I'm gonna put this in my storage. Because, why not? And I'm gonna sell. Sell my gross, sick fish. We're gonna rest until dawn and sail back. Because I have a fancy new relic. I slept for so long. Where the heck? Oh. I can see the lighthouse from here, so. Woo! Look at me go! We've caught a, swordfish before, haven't we? Let's catch another one. It is freaking huge. Yeah, well, yeah, we could catch one more. Well, never mind, we can't. But the friggin' ocean gods deemed otherwise. Poseidon just kind of swatted me away, said no thanks. I caught one of you. Oh yeah. You. Now I remember. Yeah, we're not catching any more of you. I'll be back for the others. I don't think I can access storage on Blackstone. But I guess we could always, well... Actually, I should check if the fishmonger is open, because I haven't checked when he went crazy and, like, kicked me out. I should check to see if he even takes my stuff. If not, this will be very awkward. Or I just have fish and no one to sell it to. He just kind of stares at me and like, oh, you're on your own. Hey, are you open again? Oh, thank God. Some fish prefer deeper waters, while others stick to the shallows. If you're looking for something specific, it's important to know the depth you're looking for. I'm looking for the one that gives me a lot of money. It's pretty straightforward, I'd like to think. Okay, let's take all this jewelry. And, sure, let's take the music box. And let's undock. Sail over here. And by the time it hits nighttime, we'll sell the stuff, rest, go to Blackstone, and go from there. I imagine he'll just point me in a different direction. Sell all my funny stuff. I'm gonna avoid that eldritch madness by just sleeping like a normal human being. Honestly, that is kind of what I've been doing. I've been able to avoid most threats by just sleeping. Except for the one eel. Couldn't avoid that. Though, ironically, I was prepared to fight it and, like, give it the old, you know, dodge, but then it was not there when I was dredging. I have you a music box. So you've returned. I wasn't sure you were coming back. You dragged the massive music box into the room. Why is it so big? I dragged this 75-pound music box. Gouging the wooden floorboards beneath it, the collector doesn't seem to mind. He's focused on the box. You found this at the cliffs, didn't you? Why do I have a choice on this? I don't remember. I did it like 2 days ago. I don't know where I freaking got this. It doesn't matter. Sure, yeah, it doesn't matter. This should make future return journeys a little more swift, allow me. He selects one of the silver ribbons trailing from the crimson-bound book, opening it to some unseen page. Turning to catch the dim light, he whispers the words on the page. Go fast. You're expecting some incantation. Zoom. After a few seconds, you feel your stomach drop suddenly. He gave you dysentery. As though thrown high by a wave, he closes the book and turns his attention back to you. Now, there are yet more relics to find. Keep looking. I can now manifest. The reef at Stellar Basin may have caught and accumulated some wreckage. Search around that area. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? The words you read to me, they poisoned me. I mean, I could guess what manifest does. Judging by my reading capabilities, I'm gonna guess it manifests something. Teleport yourself back to where it all began. Okay, that's not what It could have been like recall, manifest. That's the word you put that you picked. Manifest. I mean, I guess I'm manifesting back, but I don't know. I thought I was like making something. I got a funny cod. The all-seeing cod. And then just a normal guy. Just a normal fish. I thought there would be more of like a weirder fish. What about you? You look different, right? Nope, you're the funny fish. To the point where I don't know if you'll fit any other way to catch a second one. Yeah. If I could just flip you, that'd be a different story. Something to dredge. Some eels, or... yeah. Yeah, same eels. Hoping for something new, you know? Especially because I have to find these rare fish, and I have no idea where they're at. We'll catch some lowly mackerel. People love mackerel. I don't know. I don't really see it very often. People don't actually like it. Usually it's cod. I feel like that's the common one. I almost crashed into the docks. The lighthouse keeper is awaiting you on the docks, looking displeased.
I saw you sailing out towards the horizon, crossing that deep expanse. Do you really think that's wise?
Well, I'm a sailor, so yes. It was fine. It was all right. I go from this old crotchety voice to it's all right.
Maybe this time you need to be more careful. Even you, with all your experience, cannot truly know the ocean. Nobody can.
Abruptly, she walks away. Her eyes scan the water as she walks along the dock. Say, are you still going crazy from weird fish? So if I sell you more, you're not gonna like shut down again, are you? Well, I think I'm doing good on money. Can I afford more cargo space with cloth, 2 metal, 2 wood? Cloth, 2 metal, only 1 wood. I need 1 more wood. I guess we could try to find some place nearby. What's the harm? I haven't seen anything weird yet. Oh, right now I feel like my bigger danger is finding wood without crashing into a rock. Nope, that's not it. Hark! Where is the wood? Hey, this is glowing. This wasn't glowing before. Slab of rock juts from the water, bearing crude symbols of a curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled. I need a butt ton of cod. You're gonna have to wait, satanic eldritch thingy. You funny rock. I don't know which thing I should be worried. The stone hums. Stone doesn't respond to your touch. Yeah, you can respond to your touch. I thought I would bump into some dredging stuff, but turns out I have not. Seems to be something off in the distance that way. There also seems to be a ship. Is it? It knows! It knows! It follows! My lights don't scare it away! Can I, like... It's just a giant fish! It knows magic! It was just a mirage or some sort of trick of the eyes. It had to have been. Maybe we rest. I've never been attacked while dredging, but I don't want to test it. I assume it can happen. And that just looks like something that it wouldn't just attack me and let up. I assume it would just keep pecking away at me. That's cloth. Man. We really gonna play this game, huh? Huh? You don't want to just give me what I want? Make this easier for everybody? No. Wood is so hard to find in this interesting land. Turns out you can't find wood anywhere else. Give me a funny fish. I know you're harboring it. See? Host eel. Numerous glowing shapes flicker and squirm behind a distended rib cage. The rest of the fish is withered and drained. Turns out it don't look so good. Don't eat that fish. Or do, and like, I don't know, kind of tell people about it. See, there's wood right over there. I should be able to get some. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. There's gotta be wood here. It's a broken boat. If you don't give me wood, this is failed RP. That's right. There was gonna be a problem if this ship didn't give me wood. I need more hull space. I need it. Everything is freaking huge. The ocean is full of abominations. Okay, now we go back. That shark just disappeared. And then 2 sharks replaced it. We're kind of far away, and last time I was over here, a giant anglerfish tried to eat me. A ship wanted a bite out of me, and then the ship turned into a fish. But I'm not crazy. I swear. I'm perfectly fine. Okay. Hey, I can get a freaking huge light. Problem is, it's too big. It wouldn't fit. I went to the wrong area. Okay, 4 cargo. Or, well, nope. Well, I need all 3, technically, for the bigger hull, but let's just throw these bad boys in there. And then one of these. Spend the 300. Now I got more space. 2 wood, 2 metal. I don't have that. But put in the wood. And I guess we'll put in the metal. Just need 1 metal, 2 cloth, 2 metal. I mean, yeah, I might as well, until I can't, I might as well look towards upgrading as much as I can. Because I imagine I'm gonna need it. You want to buy a weird fish and a big eel? Not in that order. I think that's it. I mean, I can't get the better light because it needs 3 spaces, and or no, it only needs 2. Never mind. I don't know why I thought it needed 3. Range is 98 feet. It's not a big upgrade though. And I feel like light isn't really my biggest concern. I don't really, you know, I don't really need light because I'm trying to not fish at night a whole bunch for the obvious reason that it generally nets me with nothing good. The Stellar Basin. That's not much farther than Gale Cliffs. Everything is pretty evenly spaced, except for if you're trying to like cut across like that. So not too shabby. We'll probably head over there. Maybe. Or I can try to get the rare fish, which she told me where to find some, but I completely don't remember, so. I don't have to bring her the rare fish, right? I just have to see them. Catch rare fish. I need to find the locations of some particularly rare fish from the for the traveling merchant. She might have more information. Could look them up in the encyclopedia too. Spoke to Ingfell resident during a meal. Blah, 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 blah. They start to rot pretty quickly out in the sun. there ought to be a few living in the center of Gale Cliffs. Yeah, I should probably head back. Actually, the other thing I kind of want to do is, didn't that one lady say she had a... The lady up here said she wanted some time to, like, make her place, and she might have a job for me. Plus, if it's... Nope. It's completely opposite direction. I thought maybe it was along the way, but turns out it is not. Hey, she made an entire house. You got work for me? Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while I was unpacking. You should take it. I got a book. That's it. I helped you build a new home and you give me a book. She hands you a book. The cover is dusty, but in otherwise good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. Dredge can have explosions. True. I mean, I already blew up like 2 bundles of rocks. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. Okay, well, I thought she was going to have like an actual job for me, not like... Oh yeah, that's cool too. That's fine. I do need more wood and metal, and I need to do more dredging. Mostly because it never hurts. Never hurts to have upgrades. Why would I not? Couple upgrade spots right here. This is a little bit faster than the other one. We move on over to the other one. It's got everything I need. Metal, cloth, and wood. All in one place. And there's a storage area, like a hop, skip, and a jump from here. I seem to be getting the sea madness, though. The waves are saying things to me. Problem is, I don't speak water. So, I don't know if it's good. Are they saying good things? Are they saying bad things? I don't know. Okay. Get all this stuff in here. What more can a game want? Explosions, eldritch monsters, and other cool stuff. I mean, I was kind of wondering that, like, there's not a lot of eldritch, like, Lovecraftian horror stuff in general. Like, I know we talked about, Sinking City. But, like, there's only, like, Call of Cthulhu. And, like, the really old Call of Cthulhu game. And, then it starts to kind of, like, thin out a bit. There's not a ton. Hey, I got a black tip reef shark. Which also freaking sucks in terms of shape. Good enough. Maybe able to... The boat approaches. It comes for me. For whom the horn tolls. The rocks. It'll never catch me. I almost collided with a rock. Fine, I catch the hint. I should be sleeping. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be more more of this kind of style of stuff. More eldritch horror. I know there's fishing horror. Wretched Depths was the game that I was trying to mention before. It's like a free, like, PS1 style PS1 game that you can get on Steam. It's pretty interesting, especially for just a free game. I guess I'll go back to Gale Cliffs. I would like to complete some of the side stuff, but some part of me is thinking that that's a lost cause. Just because, I mean, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's gonna be just a simple, you know, I go in, go out. But we can always give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen? It's just eldritch horrors beyond recognition. Did store everything, right? Yeah. And I am going in the right location. I caught one of you. I could catch a bunch of cod and try to stuff it in a shrine. But I don't have a good feeling about that. I guess it couldn't hurt. I missed. I missed again. Turns out I don't know how to catch fish. I'm actually a fraud. I've been lying to you this whole time. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just a front that I put on. Say, I can, like, put them there. I don't have to, like, have them all, right? Because that would suck. Like, a lot. I could go there now. I forget how many I needed. Surely not a whole boat's worth, right? I'll try to get a magical fish. It can't be that many. It just can't be. Many-eyed mackerel. It's the fish from The Simpsons. Okay, maybe you don't get packed up on fish. We just go over there and wait. Sort of. It was, somewhere around the back. Unless I can, like, drop them off. That would be best, if I could just... Cod? No. You're not a cod. Yeah, it's not there anymore. I think. You're not a cod either. It was like... Oh, it's right there. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Say, do you want a bunch of cod? I got a bunch of cod for you. Yeah, there we go. Bam. A wave washes over the fish, sweeping them away. When the water recedes, you notice something has lodged against the rocks. Sinew spindle. A handline reel wrapped in a length of stretching sinew. One end is grafted to a crude hook. Crude bone hook. No offense, but this freaking sucks. Coastal and shallow. I can already do that. It's just smaller. I guess it makes it go faster. A fishing seed and bonus, I guess, is better. just a little funny that it's like, here's your reward, and I'm like, can I get another? You got anything else? I feel like that's how you upset eldritch beings as well. Hey, your reward's kind of neat, but also, can I have something else? Can I? Yeah, whoops. I could squeeze in one more. There we go. Just got a Tokyo drift. Just got a Lovecraftian drift in here. Don't overcommit yourself, especially when that sun starts getting down, starts going down. Better to come back with a small catch than not come back at all. Oh, but I'm doing both quite well. I'll rest for like 3 hours. And now we can do what I was originally gonna do, which is go catch a rotting fish. I keep getting sidetracked. I know that's my biggest problem. Like, there's an aberrant fish here. It's like, I could catch it. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Catch some crazy fish. Riddled flounder. I caught the Riddler flounder. Baggy skin, perforated with countless cavities, a singular shapeless mass spreads underneath. Cyclopean flounder. Why are there so many freaky flounders? Who keeps putting them here? Nobody asks questions about them either. I've noticed that. Like, the fishmonger was weird about it. He sniffed them. But like the traveling merchant's just like, cool. Yeah. Here you go. Here's some money. I give her just this like freaky fish with like a bazillion eyes. She's like, yeah, just another Tuesday. My bad. Saturday. It's just another Saturday. On day 34. Which feels crazy. I feel like I feel like time has not passed that much. But then again, the days go by within minutes. The sea is trying to take me out once more. They're all affected by the Unga Bunga down below. The ocean, sea, whatever you are. Wherever you are. I'm pretty sure it's an ocean. It feels like the ocean. $180. I'm doing well on money. I think I can stop fishing for the time being. Though... What about my upgrades? Can I start just completing a bunch of upgrades? I got a bunch of money. Might as well spend it. This requires a lot. I need 2 refined metal. Bolt of cloth. I thought it needed something special. Maybe not. No, I guess it's the same thing. So I could theoretically just finish my ship if I just wanted to spend 8 million years just... I don't want to do that on stream. I feel like that's kind of, you know... If I'm going to grind, again, I feel like I might as well just do that off stream. Okay, so there is a fish within these waters. There's also a lot of shortcuts I can make. So maybe we think smart to do this job. And I blow it up. I blow up. I put this place full of Swiss cheese. Here's one of the on the house for all your help. Oh, thanks. I need 2 though. I hope you can put them to good use wherever you find cause for. I need at least 2. But let's just buy 4. Let's buy 5, because... Well, let's just buy them all. Because, yeah, if I'm using 2, I'll have 4 left, and then I can just store them. Like this. I might as well have them, because that way when I find them, I can just, you know, putter on over and blow them up sky high. Okay. Let's at least make this shortcut. Well, I do have to do it at night. Under the sea. True, it was a flounder. Isn't that what, Ariel's, pals are? Downward, it's scary. Take it from me. There are horrific fish. I blow up the rocks. It's crazy that I have to use 2. This seems... Can I not use... Okay, I was about to say. Like, don't make me sail around. Okay, so... This gets me right to the center, but... God, I hate the camera. I will say that. If I have any negative of this game, it's probably the camera. Because, like, I feel like this is a safe spot. I think, because, like, the creature usually has a very, like, patrolling... path. Right? I say this, and then I'm gonna have to, like, reverse through this tunnel. I haven't seen it at all. She says it's within the cliffs. She could be lying to me. I need to find an eel. This isn't an eel. I should stop fishing here. Eel. But I also don't know where it is. She just says within the cliffs. Is this in here? Is this within the cliffs? This looks within the cliffs. I'm hearing funny things. It's conger eels. Is this... like... She wanted aged conger eel. Does that mean I have to age it? I'm gonna go this way. Like what? That's not an eel. Something's following me in the waters. I can hear them. Slithering and writhing beneath me. A big eyeball is freaking wigging out. Look at that. Just I'm gonna park my boat. I am a little confused upon this quest. This job. I have a conger eel. She wants an aged conger eel. Is an aged conger eel an aberration, or do I just literally have to age a conger eel by just sailing around? I guess I could rest. Yo. I've got a conger eel here. Blah. But it's not sufficiently aged. If I take it now, the dog is sure to snatch it before it ages fully. Please come back after it's had some time to mature. Anything else? So I have to age it. I have to literally, like... Like, I have to... Okay, so, yeah, it says it's fresh, so I have to just buy time. How fast do they age? I'll catch a couple fish. Still fresh. I caught a bearded mackerel. That's not so bad. I mean, a bearded mackerel, you could just shave it. I mean, you're getting the scales off anyway. I've seen some freaky fish here. Shimmering blackness permeates the flesh of this restless fish, muscles atrophied and decaying, but still it swims on. Like, see, that sounds bad. But the wispy tendrils sprouting from its mouth and flanks continue to writhe along after the fish has stopped flailing. So yeah, like, you're cutting them off anyway. You know, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just eat around the writhing mass. Okay, so I don't want to sell all of my fish. I just want to sell a few fish. I want to sell these fish. I'm gonna keep both just in case I done goof, you know? I'm just kind of buying time until it ages. Just don't know how long that takes. The ocean is chasing me again. Mom, the ocean's chasing me again. I got a little guy. Who wants this guppy? Who wants to eat a guppy? Sardines feel like that, you know? Where it's like, who thought about just eating this? Like, the dinkiest of all fish. They're just like, hey, it's edible, right? It feels like a fish that you would eat if you, like, you know, there's nothing else. It's all we got. This little guy. Yeah, we can catch one more. Two more, actually. Are you aged? You're stale. What the heck does that mean? Does stale count? I'm just gonna keep going back to her every day, I guess. Yo, is this old enough for you? You want this stale fish? No, it needs to be aged, blah, 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 blah. Hey, that never hurts to double check. I keep doing it. I keep pressing escape. It's a thing that'll never go away. Take my stale fish. I mean, I gotta sell some. She wants me to hold on to this fish. I guess I'm making money while I'm doing it. Stonefish, some perch. There's still only stale. And, let's just keep fishing. Just keep fishing. Scruffy likes to fish. And I've depleted a source of fish. I have a gigantic fish in my boat. Are you old enough? Nope. I think they only age in the daytime. I think I remember reading that. This super old fish. Well, nuts. I was really hoping I could catch another fish, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I could have done it if I didn't put a rod, unless that doesn't count. Why you gotta be so long, eel? Better yet, why don't you get old and gross quicker? Well, I guess we might as well sleep it off. I shouldn't sleep too much, though. Hey, is it gonna age while I'm asleep? If it does, I will be. You gotta be kidding. Is rotting good enough for you? Here's the aged conger eel you asked for. Perfect. It will do wonderfully. I can offer you a small sum and thanks. 150 bucks. Eh, not that bad. I've been paid less. You want another one? Okay, we'll sell it, I guess. I have a feeling it's not gonna... God dang it. The sea is trying to take me out. I'm just trying to sail across. It sells for 15 bucks, so, you know, not too shabby for a rotten fish. No sleeping for you. It seemed that way. I was definitely getting a little worried. I feel like if I would have continued sleeping, it probably would have, like, I don't know, turned to goop or something. I'm assuming it would have done something weird. Well, let's see. They have DLC for this game too. Yeah, I picked up the DLC because it was on sale on Steam, which I would like to play some of it. I just don't know when I can access it or when it would be wise to access it. Like, I don't know if I could just do it right now. But I wouldn't mind, like, if I probably won't like beat this game on stream or anything. If I do, I'll definitely probably like cut a lot of corners and like do a lot of the upgrading off camera. But yeah, I don't know when I can access it. I don't have the DLC currently, but I'm having an issue with having more games I need to play than not. That's not a bad issue to have. It just means you have a huge backlog of games that you gotta go through. I've already caught all these fish. I don't need them anymore. This is just mackerel. Oh no, this is I have a long way to go. Probably would be best to concern myself with expediency than catching fish. But yeah, having a large backlog of games isn't god awful. Just means you can bounce around, or you know, you've got a lot left. You know, I feel like it's worse if you're like, oh, I only have like one game I want to play. But then the moment you beat that game, you know, like, well, there's nothing else coming out, you know? And that happens a lot. Where you have no games left, and the new game that you want to play comes out 3 years from now. Or better yet, What the heck is that? Hang on, let me pull out the old spyglass. Let me. There's a dude. I think. There's a dude over there. Are you dying? It's making a lot of weird noises when I get close. You approach a hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except for a pair of withered and blackened hands. Fisherman, deep falls respond. Their voice gurgles with the sound of fluid in their lungs. An answer. The hooded figure holds out a scroll. They tap at a shape depicted. It looks like a red snapper. Be careful with those guys. They can die permanently if you fail. Well, if you mean by I talk to him and I don't have a red snapper, then he's in for some bad news. Cause I don't got that. Now, if a red snapper just so happens to be right over here, or better yet, you have some time to fish one up, but you gotta move fast. I will by all means catch one if I am told where a red snapper is, or if there is a red snappy like entry somewhere. I'm not seeing one. Is this the red snapper or no? It's for the pale reach. That wouldn't be there. Is it an exotic fish or? I guess I should be turning the pages. I don't believe I've caught a red snapper. I already forget the shape of the fish. Is it this one? That looks close. I'm assuming it's near the Stellar Basin. What the heck is going on around here? The twisted strand. But yeah, unless I get told exactly where this fish is, such as, is this the fish? Yes, it is. Okay. Bingo! Hey, buddy. They're literally right over there. You could probably have just fished them yourself. Is it? Okay. Lovecraftian lore here. These guys are wearing yellow. Is this supposed to be a nod to the king in yellow? This is, am I getting some king in yellow vibes here? Just because yellow. Then again, that's a very like, we're wearing yellow. It's like, you must know the king in yellow, right? And they're like, no, we just like the color yellow. I feel like that has to happen kind of often in some movies and stuff where it's just like, you think it's a nod to something and they're just like, sure. They rip through the throat of the fish and tear out its heart. It's in their mouth before you have time to process what you just saw. A sacrifice. They point at another shape on a scroll. A fang tooth. This one looks like a fang tooth. What the heck is that? God dang it. Learn to fish. I did. Get your own boat. Better yet, why don't I just take you to civilization? You ever think about that? No. You're just a selfish, robed cultist who just wants free fish that you eat raw. Where the heck is it? Where the heck am I? Fangfish. 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 Abyssal. Well, I got bad news. I don't fish in the abyss. I don't have the capability that I know of. Actually, no. Yeah, I can't. Can't even look at my upgrades. That's gonna suck, though. Like, I don't know how much time I have, but that's gonna suck if... Because that means I need to upgrade. I am going the right way, or am I? I need to upgrade something. And then I have to... get the rod for it. Or no. Well, yeah, I just have to upgrade the rod. But, like, I only have, like, 2 of these. That's gonna suck. I don't know what they give me. But it'll suck if I cannot achieve. I'm seeing a lot of spooky colors in the water. The heck is this? Oh. Shapes in the deep. I got a flag. The jellyfish did it. Is there a... I guess... The center of that's making a lot of noise. And if there's one thing I learned is to avoid ocean that makes noise. Like, not like normal ocean sound, like blah, 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 but like... There's a big old fish in that hole. I don't suppose I could give that one the old switcheroo. Can I dock here? I guess so. Laboratory generator. Can I do abyssal? Well, they're dead. That would suck. I don't know how long I have, but if I have to upgrade to this, I mean, what? Can I just upgrade this now? No. How do I upgrade? How do I get this? Because there's nothing connecting it. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to get abyssal. So yeah, they're just dead until I learn how to get this. Which I don't know how to get that. I guess I'm gonna keep the part, though. There's no storage here. The laboratory is in ruins, with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? Around the floor. You look around the floor, there are cracks and the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along to the walls. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You pluck an item from a gouge in the floor. Where do you want to look? Inspect the equipment. There are some strange-looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them right now. On the other side of the table, you find a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect retaliation imminently. Evacuating to fort." Where do you want to look? Open the cupboards. Hey, more research parts. You empty the cupboards. Where do you want to look? I want to leave. Get me out of this. An old generator. Sputter and Tixo. Okay, this was not wasn't not worth it. But are the jellyfish evil? I guess I should swim around. Under the sea. That's pretty bad. I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of giant creature that can just eat me whole in the water. And that's one of them giant creatures that can eat me whole in the water, you know? That's one of them. The other ones have been big, but that's big. That's a big boy. Say, do you sell an abyssal rod? No, I just need storage. Got a couple of these. What the heck is this? An orange flag bearing the symbol of an anchor. I don't know what that's for. Is it for me? Is it to sell? I guess it's to sell. It has the jewelry sign. I don't know what. How am I gonna get an abyssal rod? Is it just like continue through the story? Because she doesn't have one. Because the mangrove. But that's because I upgraded it. She has the refined metal that I need, which is nice. I don't know if I want to buy it now, though. I don't need space. I need... So... It's saying for me to go into the center, but that seems like a no-no. For obvious reasons, there be a creature there. Coral grouper. So yeah, I have a feeling those guys are gonna die. Unless I just get really lucky. And I have a feeling I'm not gonna get very lucky. Which is a little disappointing. I guess sell the fish and, I don't like the idea of doing what I'm about to do. Can I just not? Maybe we sleep first. There's a barracuda. Getting some new soundtracks. At least it sounds new to me. I don't think we're gonna be able to squeeze in another barracuda. Turns out these fish are freaking long. Yeah, it's like, it's close, but not close enough. I'm really buying time, because it says I need to go into the center, but I mean, I can kind of tell with context clues what's going to happen when I go in the center. Maybe it's not active in the day. Maybe that's the thing. Everything bad happens at night. Maybe that's the thing. Well, what could go wrong? I gotta... You telling me I got a dredge in the center of that? like find a ring in stellar base. Yeah. How dare he? What the heck am I supposed to do? This thing's huge. It's gonna eat me. Can't. It smells. It knows I'm here. What is this? Like a. If I hold still, it can't see. You don't have the equipment for the right spot. What are you doing? I didn't make it. Also, I think I broke the game. Oh, there we go. Your ship is dashed to pieces. You slip beneath the surface and join the unaccountable souls lost in the depths. Let's load last save. So it's active during the day. Also, I apparently don't have the right equipment. So maybe we don't go to the center right away. Maybe that's what I need, that abyssal thingy? I'm assuming. But do I have to dredge it? Do I have to attempt it in order to update, like, who I need to find and talk to? There's another landing point up here. I guess it couldn't hurt to, you know, give it a shot. What the heck are those? Oh, it's abyssal. So yeah, I'm bumping into a lot of abyssal stuff. Well, I don't know who lives here, but I hope you give me something to get abyssal stuff. Hey, researcher. Hello, I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you?
I'm a fisherman.
Well, I thought you had the look. Is it because I have a boat and I look like a fisherman? But a fisherman all the way out here, strange.
I get really weird fish.
It's a pleasure to meet you. All the same, I've not seen another soul in months, in fact. I could do with your help if you had the time.
Only if you give me something to catch things from the abyss.
I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost, not rest at the center of the basin. I fled here and have been making do as best I can, but I have to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect them.
For what? Why am I helping you? What am I doing here? I freaking need to catch things in the abyss.
What the?
About the specimens you're after. Where the heck are they?
No, yeah, yeah, well, nuts. Well, we're kind of back at square one. I don't have the tools. So unless I have to actively, like, attempt it before things start to be like, oh, you're horribly ill-equipped. I guess we'll kill time until things start to glow. Or barracudas. This seems like an abyssal thing as well. No, that's a Hadal thing. Hadal? Hadal?
Are you abyssal too?
You look like what I need, though. But I just can't catch you. Well, it seems we're at a bit of an impasse. Because I don't have jack diddly. Starlight spittoon, or pontoon. Blech. Yeah. We need to wait for the night to approach. Mayhaps we rest here. Maybe check this again. Ruins. Yeah. This should be good, right? Well, if I get eaten now, I don't know what to do. Don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me. It seems like it knows where I'm at any given point in time. Ow. 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 Okay. Now I'm just confused. So nighttime doesn't work. You want me to honk at you? Hey, only I'm allowed to do that. Is it like a slow thing? No, it does a pretty dang good job of knowing where I'm at. Ow. Well, I might as well just blow up at this point. Need to do a quest nearby where you get the horn to paralyze it, I think. Man, is it the freaking fortress? That would suck. She wants me to catch, like, all that stuff. I can't... I kind of just wanted to catch things in the abyss, but I'm assuming I have to do this first. But let's do a reset at least, I guess. Might as well. So yeah, those guys in the yellow coat are probably gonna die. Gotta hop off here, but it was tons of fun watching you and chatting. Bye. Yeah, anytime. I'll be here Monday through Friday. That's the usual 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. You gotta paralyze the big boy in order to fish there. Yeah, it's just gonna be finding the quest. Because unless it is that doctor, the researcher, which I'm assuming it is, I gotta catch a bunch of squid or something. And knowing me, pretty sure it's the researcher. Yeah, knowing me, it's also probably gotta be done at night. But I also could probably use a better fishing pole, so it's probably gonna do the whole like, oh, you need to upgrade your fishing pole. Do you wanted to investigate what had happened to find the fish in the area, big boy? If they're... I don't know where they're at, but... she wanted like a jellyfish. Want a hammerhead shark? You want an entire hammerhead shark? I have a sneaking suspicion, though. Jellyfish are probably going to come out at night. What the heck did what did you want? What are the fish? Aurora jellyfish, glowing octopus, and a firefly squid. Coastal, and shallow. And I have a sneaking suspicion they all come out at night. Man. That is a bummer. because I feel like it's going to take forever to find that. 3 different fish, an octopus, and 2 squids. Aurora jellyfish, firefly squid, and some sort of octopus. These are all just snappers. I want to sell this hammerhead. And I guess maybe by then time will pass long enough to find some jellyfish and a squid. This coastal and shallow. I don't see very many spots around here, so I'm assuming it's all at night. That's just the, yeah. Dang. Shoot dang. Yeah, I guess we're waiting till night. $182 for a gigantic shark. Fair, fair. I guess rest a bit. The lights are... The sky is dim. I would assume this is a jellyfish. Nope, that's an octopus. Well, it's a glowing octopus. I don't want to get too full of stuff. I have many a fish that I seem to have to catch. You seem hostile. Either that or I need a net to catch you, which would, man. If that's true... Oh, all you did was infected. Yeah, okay. Well, good to test that. Look, lady, you don't mind if these octopus are kind of like growing stuff on them, do you? I'm not really seeing a lot of jellyfish action. I'm seeing a lot of squid or octopus. Which has me think that I need to go on the outside of the ring. But I guess I should check if she needs this. What the heck is this? This is something. Firefly squid. Let's move, because, yeah. I have many a hazard here. Plus an infected octopus. Look, you never said it had to be healthy. Coastal. Ah, yeah, it needs a net. Ah. Man, that sucks. That's a little annoying. I was really hoping I didn't have to deal with nets because they take up space for my fishing rods, and I didn't want to have to deal with it. Like, I just figured it's like, oh, I'll just catch them normally. That's a little annoying. All the while, I feel like I'm timed because of the people in yellow. Because it's just like... I have to quickly get an abyssal rod. And, I don't think I'm getting that anytime soon. So that's a bit of a bummer. Get away from my boat. Oh, well. That made this trip worthless. Because, yeah, I don't have anything to sell anymore. Yeah, I guess, let's see, I'll wake up a couple hours and buy a net. I keep clicking everything but where the nets would be. So now I can't... I have to store this, because now I can no longer do oceanic fishing. Yeah, can't do oceanic fishing anymore. And I don't know what entirely I'm doing with the net. It's like the trawl net with E and lower it. Nets catch things as you move, but need repairing every so often. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sailing around. The rocks are making noises. Oh. That's not what I want. I guess it's cool if it's just there, so... I guess we're just swimming around. Or maybe I have to wait at night, which again would be very annoying. Because I don't know where the fish is. I feel like this is even weirder. Dude. This is pretty deep. I feel like being coastal, I would probably want to stick to around here. Nope. We're gonna be here a while. This is the crab pots all over again. Very RNG based feeling. I will wait till I catch one more fish. And if I don't catch something other than a red snapper, I will rest, because yeah, I have a feeling it's nighttime. It's just me puttering around in circles. I just wanted to catch an abyssal fish. That's all I wanted. This is good. That's plenty now, at least. I guess that's something. You mean I can't catch one of you? Can't, like, Tokyo drift this? Can't, like... I did bump it, though. Where the heck is... I have a day left on this net. That sucks even worse. Like... Can't... Okay, so it does catch coastal. Like, this breaks before I even catch what I needed. Hey, Aurora. I don't know how to get you out of my net. It just says place. I can't do anything, so I'm gonna leave you there. Unless I have to shift that. No clue. Can't do anything with it. So I'm hoping it just acts as extra space. We'll find out. All this for a horn. I got you a jellyfish. And a lot of other weird stuff, but I can't do anything about that. Thank you. Looks like you've caught all the surface specimens I need, but yes, I also need some from deeper down, but that's going to be a problem. I don't have the equipment to catch anything deeper anyway. I developed a device to retrieve samples from the abyssal zone that was over in the other research outpost before the attack. I have an idea of how to keep the creature at bay long enough to collect these samples, but while I work on that, I need you to retrieve some prototype parts. Carefully, I suggest you go during the day. I wouldn't want you to go out at the reef at night. Is there anything else? Nope, I just got a nap until the day. That way I can go read the prototype. Now we gotta go all the way back, get the prototype, then come all the way back here. That's probably another thing that I could see getting kind of annoying with this game. I have a sneaking suspicion there's a lot of that where it's like, I need a thing, and you're like, okay, so I have to go there, get it, come back, and then you're gonna send me on some other quest to go get something else, and a lot of fetch and retrieval. It was going pretty smoothly before, but now it feels like everything's kind of very like, I don't know, like, you might find what you need. Laboratory is in ruins. We already know. I believe it's on the floor, right? Oh no, maybe it was in the cupboards. Or no. On the table. Prototype parts. After some searching, you find the prototype parts that the researcher needs to assemble the sampling device. Stow the prototype parts. I'm out of here. Later, nerd. Later, nerd factory. Actually, all the nerds are over in the research. Well, actually, there's only one nerd. Which is odd. You would think that it'd be like a group effort. Maybe they all died. She didn't make it sound like they did, but that they got attacked. But they don't really mention it. At least I don't think. Okie dokie. I have the prototype part. Excellent. Let me assemble a device for you. This should allow you to catch specimens from much greater depths. It's a little slow, but you may be able to make some improvements. If I install this, I'm hoping I keep the fish. Who knows? Now I've developed a repulsion machine that reduces a bright light and emits a high-pitched noise. It should deter the creature from attacking or enrage it. I'm not sure. That's good to know. Connected to the research outpost generator. You'll have to return and re-engage it every few hours, but other than that, it's completely automated. Great. Now take a list of the specimens. Remember, you'll want to install and activate the machine before attempting to collect these. You might also need to improve your equipment I gave you to catch. They're all freaky fish. I don't know any of them. But I can get this, which probably wouldn't hurt. But I can do Abyssal. So I'm gonna see if I can try to snatch that fish, and hopefully all the cultists are alive, even though I think they were over there in a while, and I don't know if they actually are alive. That is one of the ones she wanted, but I'm trying to get the one that I need for a quote-unquote timed job. Sadly, though, it's night, and I don't think they come out at night. Time just flies. Oh, no, they're there. I think this is it. They look like it. Yeah. Or no, that's just an anglerfish. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Well, this is gonna suck. Hang on. Where is the creature that she or they wanted? The cultists. It was a fangtooth. It looked like that. So it is here. It is in the Stellar Basin. I just don't know where. I have a sneaking suspicion. I thought those were it, because they look small. I don't think they're going to be much anywhere else. It's trying to lure me. It's trying to bring me out into the center. Snatch me. I have to attach it to the generator. And small object rolls out from under the generator, covered in dried salt. Activate the machine. The repulsion machine hums and whirs to life. A few seconds later, a bright light shoots from the top, and an alarm begins blaring. The researcher said that this could keep the creature at bay for a time, at least. And then I go to sleep. No. Actually, I probably should have done this in the morning, because there seems to be a big old ship in the center. That's Hadel. I think this is another... That looks like a shrimp. I guess I should grab this at the very least. I can't. I guess maybe that's what she meant by needing to upgrade. Well, this is awkward. I thought I was like right on top of it, you know? I thought I had it all sorted out. Turns out I did in fact need to research more. Well, nuts. Dang. So, well, good news is I know it's not there, unless it's there in the daylight. Maybe they're out here somewhere. Seems to have abyssal stuff. What if this is it? I overlooked these because they were kind of like, well, no, yeah, that's right. Guess I'll rest. Have time pass to the point where everything doesn't matter. They're gonna be dead. That guy's starving to death. So they don't change, but abyssal. Suppose it could be on the outer ring somewhere. But should I check the center in the day? Who knows? I'm feeling a little... There's just a lot. There's a lot that I have to look for. But there's no direction, per se. I have a feeling all of that's Hadal stuff. This is the same thing. Yeah. Hadal? Hadal? I don't know. Are you different? Nope. Exact same thing. Just a few feet down. You look different. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Boop. A singular fish, that's all I need. Now I have to go all the way back. And hope they're not dead. That way they can tell me something else that they need. Also, this is probably going to rot by the time I get back. But again, I'm a little bit more concerned about the quote-unquote timed thing. I think that's the island. I think it's a little past it. There's more of a cove. Though it does have a dock, which is odd. Well, let's see if they made it. I spent like what, like 10 days? I feel like I was being as efficient as I physically could. A sacrifice. They point at another shape. Yeah, have your fish. They bring the small fish up to their mouth and bite where the heart is. Their cracked lips part to reveal a row of sharpened teeth. Sense an opening. They unfurl the fine scroll. This one shows a blue crab. God dang it, you guys suck. Learn to catch your own fish. Blue crab. I need a bucket, which I technically have, a crab pot, but where the heck do I catch a blue crab? Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's really my biggest, like, negative thing I can say is that this game, it started out with, like, normal jobs, but then, like, I guess everything is kind of just a big giant fetch quest when you really, like, analyze it. Is that a blue crab? I don't know. It's really hard to tell which one's a blue crab. Is that a blue crab? Maybe I should... Yo. Stellar Basin. Yeah, I guess it does kind of look like that. Gotta go back. Cause like, I don't know, like that's kind of the thing too, is like, why didn't you just tell me everything that you wanted? Like, why do I need to come back and forth? Why can't you just go, hey, I want these 3 fish, or 4 fish, or 5 fish? I don't know. Maybe there's an infinite amount of fish that they desire. But I wouldn't know, because I have to do them one at a time. Because they're turds. It definitely feels like that. I hate these guys, never did them. I mean, I want to do them, because, like, I don't know. I figured I'm here. But, like, I also would like if it wasn't, like, the most obnoxious quest line in the world, where it's like, hey, there's a big fish in the water. Hey, hey, buzz off. Oh, Tokyo Drift. Yeah, too slow, buddy. Too slow. I'm the fastest boat on the sea. Where the heck am I going? I guess I'm going over here. Thought I was heading to the research, but no. But yeah, it's like, and then the fact that like the crab pots and you need all this equipment, you don't have the space. It's a little rough. The only thing that I can hope for is that because I'm doing things in kind of a ladder, like a step, like I'm buying myself time. Okay, well, I need a crab pot, which they're both practically broken. I guess I'll put this one away. This is a rotten fish that I caught solely for the fun of it. Let me rest enough to do that so that I don't go crazy. And then we just gonna throw some crab pots out and hope for the best. But yeah, some of the things that she wants, I need a Hadel thing. I need a better. I need a research, which is fine, you know. Again, like those things aren't timed, but like if I'm being informed that there's a timed thing, I probably should put that on a bit of a priority list. Let alone if I didn't know that, I just head back and I'm like, where'd they go? It's a bit of a dirty trick, I guess, because they're a very interesting sight, and they're like one of the first things you bump into. So why would you not interact with it and immediately start that without knowing? But yeah, I need that, which I have. I can upgrade, you know, I can buy it. But I could technically just get the better version, get Oceanic. Yeah. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Oh yeah. Do you mind if this is... Oh. It died. Do you want the goo? I'm gonna assume that nobody buys goo. Yeah, I was just a little too slow. That's a Hadel, that's a Hadel. Yeah, I can catch these two. I just can't catch those two, so... Oh well. I know where they're at. Ironically, that's the easier job. I already know where they're all at, you know? But the Fangtooth, I didn't know where it was, so it was just like, hey, can you get me one of these? Yeah, you have like 3 days or whatever, you know. It's like, where is it? I am heading to the... Okay. Yeah, I want to finish this before the stream, but I have a sneaking suspicion we're not gonna. I mean, unless the crab is literally right there. You in there? Nope. You have 1 day before I have to fix you. You better be the first crab I catch. Guess I'll rest till morning and check. I either have it or I don't. If I have it, I'll turn it in. If I don't, that'll be it. What the heck are you? You're not a crab. I had 7 hours on that one. There we go, blue crab, baby. Easy as that. Whoops. Pick this up. Easy as that. Okay, so This is it. We'll turn it in. You'll see firsthand what it is. Let me sell this gross fish, though. The crown of thorns. Definitely a weird looking. And, yeah. Let's head straight there. Yeah, it's about that direction. I'm hoping that's their final thing. If it's not, then this really sucks. Because yeah, if they're like, now we want a ham sandwich, I'll be a little disappointed. I want to see what the robed dudes do. I'm hoping they give me something interesting. They've been making my life real crappy. They owe it to me. They're cultists. They gotta have some neat things. Cult gold. Actually, they're like, that looks like they've been like stranded, so like they're gonna give me like pocket lint and be like, this is all we got. They're gonna give me some weird like super totem. I made this with fish teeth. I'm hoping this is done. I'm hoping that this is the last thing they want. Sense an opening. They unfurl the final scroll. They want a blue crab. They crack and bend the crab's legs apart and feast on the flesh inside. Lips still covered in crab flesh. They take a book from inside their robe and hand it to you. Answer given. We await summons. They cross their arms and appear to fall into a deep sleep. You gave me a book? You suck. Advanced fishing. I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Hang on. Did they give me anything else that's interesting? That's literally it. They gave me a book. Is that it? They gave like. I'm talking to freaking cultists over here. Chilling on a rock, eating raw fish, and they give me a book about advanced fishing. I feel a little cheated. I feel robbed of something cool. You know, I was expecting like, heck, I would have accepted lore at this point. I would have accepted, you know, the explanation of like the abominable creatures. Instead, I get orcas. Instead, I get advanced fishing. Congratulations, brother, for entering our cult. Here is how to catch bass. We are huge fans of the Bass Pro Shop. We own all the catalogs. That's basically what they gave me. That's what they did to me. That's what I got. I didn't get the Necronomicon. I didn't get frickin' anything interesting. I got the catalog for how to catch fish. I got the Bass Pro Shop catalog from a cultist. It just feels like I've been cheated a bit. But I did it. I completed my job. Maybe he gave me something else and I just didn't pay attention. But I don't think he did. I think that was literally it. But yeah, it was fun. It was enjoyable. I want to do more. I definitely want to do more of Dredge. So if you're interested and you haven't followed already, feel free to. And of course, you know, there are other ways to support the channel. Just sharing with people and all that. But overall, it was fun. I don't know if I'll keep doing more Dredge, but if I do, I want to do the DLC. I want to like dip my toes into that rather than just playing the original content. So what I'll probably do is basically try to do some of it on my own, or at least see when I feel when the DLC opens up, which I might try to look into. Never know. That's why I hate them. It was definitely a little disappointing. Like, again, I was expecting something to... You can't have an interesting cult figure and then he hands you, like, just, I don't know, Moby Dick or something. You know, he hands you just a book. He just hands you a normal... he gave me Huckleberry Finn. He gave me just, you know, he gave me a normal book. He didn't give me anything interesting, which I can get if I give the stones fish. I get occult items. Why didn't I get one of those? It felt like that would have been perfect, but instead they're like, here's a book about how to catch a fish better. You need to use better bait. Which is ironic because they need fish. They have a book about advanced fishing, but they want me to catch the fish. So like, I guess that's just the devs having a bit of a laugh, I guess. But it was definitely the worst quest that I've experienced. The mission quest, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, super fun. I want to do more of it. We will be doing more of it, but I don't want to do the base game. I feel like if people have played Dredge, they've most definitely gone through the main game. I want to kind of experience the Pale Reach, and so yeah, I might try to do that separately so that we can do that on stream. But until then, there'll be something else that we muster up. So don't miss out. Feel free to swing on by tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, as per usual. And yeah, I will see you then.